All right, we're about to start game 4 of a best of 9. Well, it's not a best of 9. It's a 9-game show match. All games are played. I guess it's still a best of 9. And it's for $100, so $10 per win, and then $10 extra for the winner. It is currently 2-1. I'm going to go ahead and fix the score right now. So no blowout. 2-1. I guess I can give spoilers. I expect everyone to watch these in order. Skip ahead 10 seconds if you don't want it. Baskets lost game 1 on Arabia, won game 2 on Gold Rush, and lost game 3 on Arena. So Aztecs, Mayans, and Britons are out of the running by Baskets, and then Gloriaz has used Franks, Slavs, and Byzantines. So I'd consider Baskets' civs have been better so far, so I guess you can say he's lost some of the better civs for use by the later matches, but he's also already planned out all of his civilizations, so he knows exactly what he wants to use at what point in time in the game. So game number 4 should be Bay, but they've also been playing these out of order, so I really have no idea what they'll choose to play next. We have 50 seconds here before the game starts up, since we do have spectator delay. Both of them are casting their perspectives, so I'll seam those audio clips in from both of them as we get going here. Alright, here we are on... Is this Land Madness? It is indeed Land Madness. In the blue, we have Baskets playing as the Franks, and then in the red, we have the Mongols for the Lizard. So, I'll go ahead and remove the Fog of War, and we can kind of see what the map looks like. You have a bunch of these little pockets of wood, a lot of food and extra resources that's really scattered around the map, so it can really make for some messy games depending where players want to go. And then you do see both the players are very close to each other as well. So the reason the Mongols pick is because of the extra hunt that's around. You can put a mill right here, grab the berries and the deer. And then Franks, just really strong civilization. No matter how messy the games get, you can rely on Franks to be able to recover as long as it's not a water map, which this indeed is not. So yeah, we have 6 on sheep to start us off. These wood lines are kind of, you know, ridiculous. I mean, they're kind of small. They're not terrible, I guess. I don't know. And going out to the wood line back here, so I think Baskets is scouted. Oh, you didn't quite like that first lumber camp for whatever reason. I don't know, or maybe he misclicked and built a house. I'm not sure what the mistake was there. I think a lot of this game will come down to the scouting. Gloriaz's scouting has been mostly around his base right now. Looks very nice. And then Baskets is similar, a little bit more haphazard, you could say, but definitely getting the important points across. Gloriaz's scouting is going to be better because of the Mongol scout bonus, but now that he's scouted his base, he's going to go ahead and push deer. That is oh so important as the Mongols player. Trying to keep those deer by. Yeah, look at that. Deer's just playing ping pong. He misclicked the deer there. Didn't take it out in one shot, but shouldn't be an issue. And going for the boar as well. Letting that food rot on the sheep under his town center. Letting those rotting odors empower his villagers to collect food faster so it doesn't rot. That's not actually a bonus, in case you're wondering. It's just my distaste for rotting food. You know, it's just not as clean. If you're a new player, it shouldn't matter as much, but you can see Baskets here waited until his sheep finished before he collected his boar. Thanksgiving was just, you know, a few days past, 3 days ago, so rotting food is on my mind. Wasteful food consumption is on my mind. Is Gloriaz going to run into the town center? No. but he's gonna see. Is he gonna see? Yeah, he's gonna see something in Baskets. There you go. He's the town center now. Not gonna do anything with that sheep. Gonna see where the mill is. So all pretty good for Gloriaz right now. Baskets has taken the score lead. I think it's just because of scouting with the sheep, to be honest. His scouting, I don't think, is that much better. Actually, he has scouted quite a bit of the map. And where are these guys going out? They're going to make a second mill. I guess, yeah, that's another bonus for Franks. Since they collect berries faster, you know, making a double mill on berries is not a bad move. Though this villager is idle. She's really bothering me. Let's look at the scout from Baskets. He's seen Gloriaz's base as well. And Gloriaz is just wrapping around, trying to see what's good for Baskets. So what Baskets really should find, I think, is he already sees this deer just barely is down. And they're both probably going to open scouts because this is such a open map. And Baskets will be looking for where the deer are from Gloriaz, where he's collecting deer. And then Gloriaz should be looking for where the mills are. Mills are obviously easier to protect. Baskets doesn't have loom yet, so Villager is going to have to be retasked to under the town center, where he's at the safety of his town center. Collecting some sheep. Not going for the deer yet, just because he's rather spend the time to scout. Gloriaz is going out for those deer, however, and he's going to go out for another mill, and it's very nicely placed right next to the berries as well. Going for long range push now because scouting is more important, or long range deer collection because scouting is more important than pushing a deer with your scout at this point in the game. Both of them clicking up to feudal age within a few seconds of each other. Those are just having a few seconds of idle time behind Baskets. But in terms of eco, let's see which approach is, has been better. Baskets with 89 food and Gloriaz with 63. So pretty similar. The Gloriaz has the extra 100 gold because he has not gotten loom yet on his villagers. If Baskets realize this, he can do some mighty damage. We even have a weak villager out here collecting the deer. So Gloriaz went with the extra 1 pop. Didn't try to go for the fast Mongol uptime because they collect food faster. They can go up at a reduced number of villagers, but it does come at the expense of your economy since you're not producing villagers while you're going up to feudal age. Walling in the villager, just make sure the barracks does go up. You could see Baskets just trying to defend first with some pikemen. And, I mean, he has so much food. He probably doesn't have to create farms for quite a while. Berry bush is right next to his town center. Very fortuitous. And he's waiting right now just to make a stable. Yeah. He's going to go for the stable. Or not. There we go. There's a stable. Gloriaz was waiting around just to make sure that was indeed the play. And still no loom for these villagers. So if Baskets realize he has the extra HP on his scout now, and he's just going to come back to fight off this scout. He has extra HP, extra attack over the Mongol player. And yeah, I would like to see Baskets get feisty on these villagers before they get loom. I want to see some good villager pickoffs. And I think that's exactly what Baskets is doing. He's going over to this... Oh, he hasn't seen that mill. He's just barely missing it. Oh, that's such a... He hasn't found where the extra deer are. Oh no, he sees the deer body just for a second there. The deer skeleton. Yeah, he needs to find where those deer are. They're so exposed. And yeah, the pikemen are out. Alright, please find... Baskets realize they're so low. There's no loom. You forgot to get loom until Castle Age in the last game, and these villagers still don't have it, and Gloriaz probably forgot as well. Please take a fight. I know he's waiting for more scouts to come out, but please take the fight. He's getting spears of his own out to protect his villagers. Woodline has enough villagers to make it worth his while. And yeah, there we go. First villager is going to go down, and loom is coming in right away. Alright, so Baskets has an opportunity to take a few more good fights. He's going to try to preserve his scout numbers at the moment, but if he can find an opening, these villagers have been tasked off here because all of the food has been gone. So the only thing I would discredit Basket right now, although it's kind of unfair as being a spectator, is to say that I wish he went for you know, a bit more scouting and I don't know, just not trying to run down the middle, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Look for the opportunities outside. I know at this early in the game it doesn't really make sense to do so because people aren't generally going to spread out across the map. But these guys were really exposed, especially on a map like Land Madness. You have to expect that there's other points that you can hit and do damage. Very interesting walls here by Basket. Oh, you can't wall on this terrain, I believe. I think you can only build lumber camps. No, you can wall. I'm not sure why the terrain's discolored just like that. Maybe to tell you wood line's nearby and you have an opportunity to take it out if you'd like to. So neither player is really willing to expend their units if they don't have to. Nice kind of walls here. Just trying to wall in this wood line a little bit. Both on 2 lumber camps, I believe. No, Basket's just on the 1. Interesting. It makes some sense because that way you don't have to worry about as many areas to defend. Basket's walls are very interesting. People have made fun of his walls recently. Ooh, he's out of position here with the scouts. Very much so. He's not really doing anything, and these villagers are not going to be able to take care of this many scouts. The pikes are out of position as well. He doesn't have any pikes to defend. He's fighting with villagers. So we see 2 deaths so far, which I think is equivalent to the number of deaths that Baskets has had. No, we got a 3rd death there. These villagers are all idle as well. No, come on, keep tasking. There we go. Still fighting him off. Scouts for Baskets are just trying to pick off villagers, but the spearmen are there for Gloriaz, so not as clean, and the scouts are going to come back. He still doesn't have a spear going out there. Very messy from Baskets. Let's look at the eco. Basket's still in the lead with 31 versus 28 villagers, so Gloriaz has had a lot of idle time there. Not having his TC produced, because he hasn't lost that many villagers as far as I know. Baskets getting messy with his scouts, but they're going to be on similar scout numbers. Actually, Baskets is ahead still, and now he's finally seeing the mill that he missed out on the pick earlier. And he can take this fight comfortably. Won't quite pick off the scouts. Scouts are going to go under the cover of the town center. This spear just kind of chilling here, not doing much. Same with this spear. So if anything, I think Baskets' spear... What are these villagers? Oh, they're walled out of the lumber camp. So another lumber camp right here would be nice, but you know, he's just going to bring him back in here. This wood is very nice for Baskets, how it kind of provides some cover in itself. Gloriaz doesn't really have that, but Baskets hasn't made the most of it yet. Picking off some scouts. KD even now, though Baskets is in the lead by 1 villager at the moment. Wheelbarrow coming in for Baskets. He's about ready to click up. And then Gloriaz is nowhere near. His food eco has been atrocious. That's why he was lacking villagers. So despite the kills that Baskets, or the deaths that Baskets took, he is ahead in terms of eco by quite a bit. Gloriaz has invested a lot into spears as well. Oh, looks like lag. Maybe a pause? No. Just some lag. These guys are both streaming, of course. I think I mentioned that already. Oh, is there a pick off? Is there a weak fill here? No, there's no weak fills. Not sure Baskets. I think it was just that the scouts went in to try to get a pick they could. So many spears here from Gloriaz. These scouts aren't going to be doing a ton of damage. And meanwhile, Gloriaz is going in for the picks that he can go for. There's not a ton of spears here for Baskets. Didn't click up to Castle Age yet. Now he just finished the Black Mill. And he should be clicking up, I'd imagine, unless he's trying to go fast imp. No, he's clicked up now. after losing another villager though. So Land Madness is playing out according to its name. This has been a tragic map for both players. There we go. We saw the pause text, or we're seeing the text before the resumption. Both players checking their stream probably. And Gloriaz has rebuilt some light cav or some scouts because he doesn't have the eco yet. Gonna fight off these scouts. He doesn't have the eco yet to go up to Castle Age himself. Getting wheelbarrow now. He has evened out the villager numbers, but that is because Baskets is going up to Castle Age. He's getting forging. He doesn't have to get bloodlines. He already has the defense upgrade on his scouts. So second stable, there it is. And let's see, Gloriaz just on the one for now. He isn't on stone yet, so he looks like he'll be going knights unless he's going fasten, which I doubt, because you really need map control on a map like Land Madness. Scouts come in, but they're not going to be able to do too much damage. Maybe pick off another villager here. No, they're just going to run by. And the scouts are just going to go back onto the town center. Maybe bait the scouts. No. Gloriaz knows what's up. And we'll see how quickly the knights come out. Does have the resources for one more town center and soon to be 2 more town centers as well. So everything's looking very clean for Baskets. Of course, it generally is. Monastery! Going for the relics early. And then a town center. Wait, where did the wood go? Did he just make 2 more farms? He's going 1 town center, or 1... Yeah, 1 TC monk knight push? Interesting. Gloriaz is going for the second stable, though he's going to be later to Castle Age. And this villager, where is she going? 2 villagers just got a meeting out in the no man's land. Just passing. Alright. It's almost like they're on patrol. Good height fight here for Baskets. Villagers are forced to jump in, but they're not going to do any damage against these knights who have +2 armor and forging. Yeah, if Baskets jumps in on any of these wood lines, these spearmen aren't going to be able to do enough to defend. I think that's exactly what he should do. Even got the monk out here to convert. I mean, there's not really great units to convert. Maybe just to heal the knights. This knight's weak. I think he's going to go down. Yeah. Baskets try to run him away just the last moment. Gonna convert some spears now. But yeah, just jump on this woodline, Baskets. You're going to take out so many villagers. Yeah. Bad positioning for the Lizard right now. 200 elo behind, but he really needs to get the knight numbers. I guess, oh, he's going to go camel, so that's going to be good against Basket, and that's why the monk play. Now I understand it. Baskets is way ahead of me. These villagers still don't know where they're going. Need to get more gold because there isn't a ton of gold. I don't know if Baskets has seen this gold. He has seen that gold, but he's going to go for the 4 golds first. Or maybe not. He doesn't know what he's doing with his villagers. Monks are out. Just 2 for now. Lizard's creating spearmen, and they're getting picked off in seconds. And he's going to go town center that wood to keep himself protected. Going for the conversion on the spear, and he gets it! Alright. Well done. Very interesting. Just kind of farming those spearmen. Big walk around here, around the wood line, or around the wall, to the wood line. So how many camels is Gloriaz gonna wait for before he comes out with them? He probably needs eagle, not quite eagle numbers. Maybe 6? But with the monk, that's like 7 or 8, and then Basket's gonna be continuing to produce knights. Only using 1 stable right now to produce those knights. But he has a lot of numbers. These monks are gonna stay around. And yeah, Baskets isn't really doing too much. Oh, Siege Workshop. Okay. And he has gotten his villager situation figured out. These villagers are coming up to this Ford Gold. He's already repositioning these guys, I believe, to that Ford Gold. Camels are out. Monastery of his own for Gloriaz. And then the villager number is far in Baskets' favor this early in the game. 10 villagers ahead. The camels can do alright. He does have a good number of camels. I think Baskets should like another monk. Yeah, he's creating another monk now. Baskets has a lot of food right now, but gold might be the issue because this map is a little bit starved of gold. I still like the Franks play though, even though they are a very gold intensive civilization. The start really was nice, and Mongols are just as heavy on the gold. Needs to get his units back into position, and the camels go in, so this could be the redemption for Gloriaz. If this fight doesn't go in his favor, but I think it is. Basket's trying to build the castle now. I don't think he can hold this. No, the camels are taking the fight. All the monks are dead. Yeah, even numbers now. Camels are going to take this, right? There's some weak camels in there, though. No, oh, it's just going to come down to the last unit. This last camel is going to clean it up. Unless he's going to go for... This castle's not going to... Oh my gosh, the knights win! The camels not have upgrades? They just didn't have the second attack upgrade. And running away from this camels isn't going to be able to deny this castle on its own. And once the castle's up, I think Baskets takes the game. Because these camels can't fight under the arrow fire. Yeah, look, he's not doing that much damage to these villagers. It's not going to be enough to deny this castle. Baskets is really low on gold. He doesn't have enough gold to produce more knights. Yeah, he knows this is up. He's going to go for this gold pile first. Just kind of destroying some houses with this ram, not doing too much otherwise. And on the other hand, our Mongol player is really lacking for wood, or for food. Whereas that's not a problem at all for Baskets. He's just racking up the food constantly. Still has his villagers TC gather point out here on the gold mine. There's no gold there anymore, and he's going for 2 town centers now that he has map control and his castle up. Cheaper castle at that too. Still taking out houses with the ram. And I think this knight will be able to take that out before... Oh, unless he gets converted. Before the castle kills him. Actually, no, the castle's doing some good damage. I think he deleted the knight there. I think there was one more volley before it went down. So yeah, the ram just kind of keeping the Mongol player housed, actually. It is succeeding. And he's already down quite a bit of pop. His vill count has evened out because he had his second town center up earlier. But he doesn't have map control. I don't know. Altogether, that fight with the camels wasn't too bad. This castle's not doing a ton right now. He can't fight this, but he has plenty of eco other places. Another town center going up on this stone, so he's going to slowly transition into Mengidai if he can get there, and just going to build camels once he's unhoused. Once he's rehoused, once he's house full. But I guess Baskets can just keep pushing down castles if he wants. He has enough stone, I believe, for another castle. There you go. Not a ton defending this, other than the castle that started there. Enough monks here to convert all these villagers if he wanted to. Gonna bring in some other villagers. Gloriaz does have to do a lot of micro to keep up that attempt to prevent the castle from going up. And Basket's like, yeah, I don't want any more monks. Let's just take out this monastery. I think the camel can take that out easily now. He's outside of the range of the castle. These villagers not doing a ton. Yeah, they can just go for the castle. And yeah, scouts coming out to take out these monks. I think he wants a few more before he tries to pick them off. Especially against the camels and the town center fire. No, he hasn't garrisoned the town center though. That's the mistake Gloriaz done. He garrisoned the 2 monks though. That was good. And these scouts aren't going to be doing a ton, but this castle will be. That's for sure. Another castle. Oh my gosh, cheap Frank castles. Yeah, there's the GG. You see that castle and you're like, all right, I can't deal with this castle push. So interesting play. Yeah, you don't need a ton of gold if you can just castle push as Franks with knights as backing. Franks are usually seen as a wait, they're starting the game again. Wow. Not giving me any respite. All right, well, I'll see you in the next video for the next game. Game 5. Let's look at the achievements real quick before we go on. Yeah, those castles, man. Too strong.